Guys, welcome to number 13 of the Derby Career Live, and to start off this episode, we're about to play the Cup game, but we are in the January transfer window, of course. So what we're going to do to kick off this episode, since we don't really need to improve the squad, in my honest opinion, I'm going to put most of the transfer budget. We do still need a little bit left, so that we can actually make bonuses included in the contract, but we're going to look to get some players on pre-contract signings, especially one player that just looks absolutely fantastic, and would actually be a great player for next season, and that is actually Ciceretti, not Fulton. So yeah, Ciceretti's worth 10 million, and his wages are stupidly cheap. 24 years old, can play anywhere in behind the striker, so I think he's the perfect player for this club. I don't think he's got a scanned face, which is a bit of a shame, but still, should be a very good player in game. Like, he's going to be absolutely fantastic, so that's all I'm really bothered about. Just going into this contract stage then, as you can see, no scanned face for him, which is a bit unfortunate, but still, nevertheless, he's looking for a crucial role. I'm more than happy to accept that. I think Ciceretti and Vidra are very similar if you look at them in terms of style. I've actually used this guy in the past, and yeah, definitely would suggest him. So, just going to go into the contract now. It's 2 years he's looking for. I'd look for a bit longer, maybe 4, because he is only 24 years old. We'll meet in the middle then at 3 years. I'm pretty sure they'll accept that. Just a bit of negotiating here then. I've lowered his wage a little bit, which is nice, but I'm trying to just knock the signing on bonus just so we can get as many players in the club as possible. Hopefully he does sign that. I think that's about fair. I think 36.5, $500,000 signing on bonus, and a nice appearance bonus as well. Player that will be joining the club next season. So I think he's a great little one just to add to the squad when we do go to that Premier League. That bit of flair that I'm missing in the squad at the moment. We've only really got Vidra, and now we've got this guy. Another player we're going to look to sign on a free is Andre Blake. I think he'd be a great goalkeeper choice. I think someone suggested Unstead as well, the Danish goalkeeper, but he's 32. The thing is with Blake, he's only 27, so he's got plenty of potential left in him. Unstead, he's very much like Carson. He's basically the same shoes, so there's not much point in really picking him up. And it really cheap wages, like stupidly. For what he's probably is, he's probably at least 75 rated, and I think he's got at least a 80 potential, so pretty good goalkeeper. And I'm kind of tempted just to accept that straight away, but I think we do need to negotiate a little bit as much as we can. We'll accept that, and I'm kind of tempted just to remove the bonus. We'll edit it, just make it 10 and knock it down by 10k. And there we go, we've wrapped up the deal with Andre Blake, another player coming in for next season. So there's 45 grand taken away from our budget, which is a bit of a shame. I would prefer if they just took it from next season. But have they? I'm sure they haven't actually. Oh, well, they have. Since we don't have the money for Justin Clive, we may as well try and get him with putting Huddleston into the deal. We've still got another 3 million to spend as well, so it's not like we don't have any extra money as well. So I'm going to go for the player swap straight away. Put in Huddleston, and I hope they do accept it, because we do kind of need to move him on. And they're looking for a left winger, so what we've got is, if they're interested in Russell, unfortunately they want another 11 million, which I just don't have at the moment. So since we do need to sign a crucial first team striker, I've added a few Premier League-esque strikers to the shortlist. These players are like Chris Martin in sense, like they're all big target men that you can just punt the ball up to. Both Sacco and Crouch, I seem like they're probably quite achievable. Solanke I'd get on a loan if that's an option, but I'm going to go for Diafra Sacco first. I think he seems the best. So can you not actually sign them on a permanent? How'd you do it? You must not be able to sign them on a permanent, if that makes any sense, during this window. So that seems a bit of a glitch. So it looks like, I don't know how you do it. I don't think you can sign players now that are 6 months left on the contract. I don't think you can pick them up for like really cheap like you used to be able to in the past. Unless it's a player that's under 21 or something, whatever it is. Which is a bit of a shame, but we're going to go in for a loan for Dominic Solanke, because he's probably not playing for Liverpool, so I think it'd be a good option. Obviously, meeting Jurgen Klopp, it's nice that they added the Premier League managers. We're going to look for a 1-year loan. I think that's only till the end of the season anyway. And they're happy with that. That's a 1-year loan for Solanke. I'm more than happy to sign that. They do want 60-40. See if we can go 50-50, because it's just saving money in it. There we go, 50-50 with Solanke. I think that's a great signing, actually. I'm really happy with that. Because he's got the strength, He's got the pace as well. He's essentially Chris Martin with a bit of pace, which is really nice. It's whether Solanke wants to join us for a year. And now, I don't know if when you say a year, is it until next January, or is it until the end of the season? Because that's how I see it. It's probably till the end of the season. But if it's until next January, then that'll be pretty cool as well. It's just a shame that you can't buy them right now. You have to sign them on a free at the end of the year. I don't really want to pick up Peter Crouch. I know he's a really good target man, and I would be more than happy to pick him up for this season. I kind of wish I picked him up when we were out of the transfer window, to be honest. Because now we've kind of buggered it, but at the same time he's 36 years old. But I'm going to look... What's the Ep13? That's the problem. I haven't scouted these players. So I don't know what wage they want. The thing is with David Nugent is he's done so well. It's a really good offer actually from Bolton. But the thing is that manager objective we need to do to basically keep our job, if that makes any sense. I don't think we would get sacked though. But I really do like David Nugent. He's brilliant off the bench, really good finisher. But I'm not going to be using him next season, so it's whether we want him for the next 6 months. We may as well negotiate the deal, see if we can get an extra mil out of Bolton. It would be kind of cool if we could look to buy Bolton players as well, but I'm going to pop this up to 2.2, so it's a nice raise. Really early on in the transfer window as well, 2.2 million. There's still plenty of time left for other clubs to come in. And yeah, just like that, they're just not happy. So I think that's a bit strange, because he is one of the best scorers in the league, but nevertheless, we're going to go into this next game against Rochdale, using a bit of a weaker team, of course, and I hope we do win it. I don't want to get knocked out in the first FA Cup round. I remember winning it last year, I think I did, in the Derby Career Mode, so would be kind of cool if we won it again, but again, we've made the sliders tougher this year, so it's going to be even harder. I'm going to be putting in the new goalkeeper Guidi for his debut. Hopefully does a nice job and keeps a clean sheet. So here's the Rochdale lineup, and as you can see up front, they have got Steve Davies, the former Derby County man, so he's obviously going to score against us at some point. It's written in the stars. It literally happens every single game. One of their players will just play incredibly well that used to play for Derby. Here's our lineup. Maybe Huddleston's last game, so I may as well get that fitness out of him. We have got a bit of a problem at right back. I kind of forgot that Andre Wisdom's going to be out for 3 weeks. At the moment, we've only really got Hansen as a backup, and he's not really that good, but then again, Kerr can do a job there, and I'm sure there's a couple of others as well. Johnny Russell bringing the ball forwards here, but their right back, Rafferty, is absolutely massive. If you look at him on the pitch, he's about 6'3". Rochdale on the attack here down the wing. It's gone into the box, nobody's really there, but Davies has missed it, and if he took his time there, he could have probably scored that, but I find it kind of tough. Like, when you've got no Chris Martin up front, that big bulky striker, this system really is quite difficult. Good shot there, and it's in the back of the net from Steve Davies. I think it's Steve anyway. Really good left-footed strike out of nothing again. But like most of the goals, and it is against his former club, he's absolutely loving it. I thought Keogh was going to deal with that, and then I thought it was wide when he took the shot. Apparently at the post, and well, it did hit the post. And there we go. Oh, we've gone past one. Can we go past another? We can't. It's gone through for Ibe. He's taken the shot, and apparently he's not offside, but Berrettin's injured on the edge. Probably last throw of the dice if we can get the ball. And there we go. That is shocking. I think I did make this sliders slightly too difficult. Honestly, their defending was ridiculously good. Like, for a League One team, I know we didn't have many chances, we didn't have many possession, but I don't know, it's just one of them. Like, they made 14 tackles and we only made 7. Clearly they were better. Bit of player growth here to Jamie Hansen going to his 70 rate player, which is really not good to see, and Greedy going to a 68. Now we do need to make an attacking signing, a crucial one as well. Problem is we don't have the most of money to do that, so we kind of have to put Tom Huddleston into the deal if we are going to make a deal. Going to try and sign Moses Simon now from Genk, or is it Ghent? Yes, Ghent. So the only real way again to do this is if we can get Tom Huddleston in some way involved in this deal. It'd be interesting to see how much they actually... so they're looking to bring in a striker for Moses Simon, so we could do it. You see, I kind of want to put Brereton in, but he's so young. I want to give him at least till the end of the season, see if he can do something. But it's interesting that Sam Winnell's there as an option to swap. So we can actually put... I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but they want 6 million on top, which obviously we can't afford, so it's a matter of knocking this down to about... Well, we can go a bit higher. Maybe a bit less, maybe 4.1. Yeah, he's probably on 50 grand. Hopefully they do accept that. And there we go, we've accepted that. So, I don't know if this is strictly, I don't want to say legal, but like, we've put a player that's on loan that's going to go back to another club at the end of the year, but we can, I don't get it. Clearly it's a glitch, but we haven't really scored that many of Sam Winnell. He does well, but he's just that, I don't know. He's not the paciest and he's not the strongest, so he's kind of in the middle, which is good at times, but we're going to give him crucial, obviously, because we need that role given to him. 3-year deal, more than happy to sign that for Moses Simon. And it'll give us another dynamic. He can play out wide as well. We're going to disregard the release clause, hopefully. Yeah, they're happy with that. Now, the wage. This is where it's going to be interesting because we can't... What we could do is stall it as much as we can. That's what I'm kind of probably hoping for here. What I'm going to do is give him a really big wage and get rid of his bonus. So hopefully he accepts that. And there we go, we've accepted it, 42 grand. That's about our current wage system, like the highest earned players earn about 40 grand, so more than happy with that. That's very interesting though, that we managed to wrap up that deal for Moses Simon. Signed a top quality player, manager rating absolutely goes through the roof. That's what we were mainly looking for because that's a medium priority, it's quite important. What we kind of failed with is reaching the round of 32, so I kind of had to make that deal work. It does mean, who did we put in the deal? Sam Winnell. So, I don't know where Sam Winnell is now. Is he still at the club on loan, or has he gone to Ghent? It looks like he's gone. So, not 100% sure if that's legal or not, but just look at Moses Simon. He's absolutely fantastic. Only 5'6", that's the only negative. But he's still got 63 strength, which for a guy that's 5'6" is absolutely sensational. I genuinely think this is one of the best deals I've made in career mode. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, can play anywhere in behind the striker or even at striker if he wants to. I think for the time being I'll pop him out on the wing. I think he'll do a decent job there, probably on the left. Now that we have got rid of Winnell, it kind of does free up the options in striker because now David Nugent, when he comes back from injury, he'll get a he'll be back on the bench. But for the time being, I'm going to give Bennett a chance off the bench. Hopefully this is his golden opportunity. I do kind of want to bring in a player on loan, but obviously we can't do that now that we've got no money. We've literally got 0 in both columns. What I'm going to have to do is hope we can get rid of Tom Huddleston in one way or another. So as you can see, our top earners are Curtis Davis with 49 grand, then Joe Ledley with 47, then Huddleston, and then Moses Simon, who's technically better than all of them. So I'm more than happy with the contract that we managed to, in a way, luckily sign for him. Again, we can't do anything with Huddleston. We can block offers and allow offers, but we can't actually list him, which is a little bit frustrating. And I think for that reason, we may need to get rid of another centre mid at the moment. Because I think we can actually recall these players during the season, and I'm thinking of actually recalling, now that we've got no money, and we kind of do need another defender, I think recalling Rawson for the time being is actually quite clever. And apparently that's been done. When did I do that? Did I do that in the last episode? I genuinely can't remember when we did that, but nevertheless, got Rawson back, so there's something added to the squad. Again, transfer offers have broken down for Zanzala. We got a loan offer here from Charlton for Mason Bennett. Now, in a way I'd be happy to do this, because he's not getting enough football, if I can show you. As you can see down here where Mason Bennett is, he's only played 9 games this season. He's actually performed quite well as well when he's been given the opportunity. +4 growth already, which is good to see, but I'm actually going to loan him out until the end of the season. It does say 1-year loan, but I think, I'm pretty sure it only goes till the end of the season, and he's only played 10 games, so we do need to get him some more first team football, so I'm going to accept that offer. I'm not that bothered about the wage really. We could have maybe got a bit more from it, but I'll just accept the offer. I don't think there is real much negotiating. Transfer offer here from Paris Saint-Germain for Max Lowe. That's very interesting indeed. One of the biggest clubs in the world with an absolute ton of money. There's no doubt about that. So we're going to negotiate this deal. Let me just... So it goes up to 3.3. If they can give us 5... If they can give us 5 million, then I'd be more than happy with this deal. 5 million would be very nice for Max Lowe. But do I just squeeze it a bit more? why not just get that extra smidge. I'm really interested to see what they come back with, because they could just accept this straight up and go, that's a great deal. But they haven't, they've gone the other way, and I don't really want to sell him. But I would have been happy. I should have just gone for the 5 on the dot, because I think they maybe would have negotiated with that. I think I kind of pissed them off by just going ridiculous. But we have also got an offer here for Johnny Russell from... I don't even know where that club's from. Not a clue. I'm going to check how many games and goals that Johnny Russell's got this season so far, because he's not been the most consistent performance, especially now that we have brought in Moses Simon. He does slightly drop down the pecking order again, so... Just looking at his stats, 17 games, 3 goals, average rating of, well, in the league it's 6.9, which isn't amazing. We're going to negotiate, see if we can get as much as we can again. So they go on to 1.15, which is higher than his value, but at the same time he's a very good squad player, can play either wing. Replacing him is a bit of a bugger to do, so we'll just add a little bit, and I think I'll add a future fee as well, because I could see him moving on, since the club isn't the most amazing in the world. So that's their final offer, so I think we're just going to accept it. I think it's a very nice amount of money for Johnny Russell. He hasn't performed enough when we've given him the chance. He's only got 3 goals and 17, and I remember one of them at least was literally he just ran through with no defence to go through or anything and just put it into an open net. So I think it's time to move Johnny Russell on, especially now that we've got Moses Simon in. I think just thinning out the squad. I think I made too many signings in the summer and it kind of buggered me. But if you look at it now, it's actually quite thin. You take Russell and Bennett out of that, then we've got Andy Vyman down here. So we've got a youth scout update here. Unfortunately, I can't actually sign anyone because I've got no money. But what I can do is just leave him there for the time being. This guy looks really good, Oliver Kelly. 5'10", can play right back, centre back or centre mid. All of these players are physically strong, so they're going to be great players. We'll just leave these 3 here. We've got Cameron Alexander, 6'6" again. We've got some absolutely giants in this youth academy, but then we've got some better overall players, so hopefully they come back pretty soon. It's a bit of a shame that we had to let Sam Winnell go, but I think on that note we are going to end off this episode here. Not the most gameplay wise in terms of games that we did play, but we've managed to change this team quite a bit. We've obviously brought in Moses Simon, who just looks ridiculously good. He's going to be insane. Like literally, he's just going to burn through teams. Brought in Joe Ledley earlier on in the transfer window as well. So it's going to be interesting when we go into this next game. Wisdom's going to be out until the end of the month, so I'm thinking of loaning in a centre back, but I think Rawson could do a job there. He's got decent-ish stats, if not Keogh. Push him into right back and put Davies in. Got plenty of options there, so I don't think we really need to loan in a right back. Zanzala should be moving. I hope Jacobson moves as well. But I'm thinking of moving Forsyth on as well, because what we could do is sell him for like 900 to a million, and then bring in our youth academy player that plays left back. So I think that would make sense. Also, it'd give more responsibility to Max Lowe, who's actually really good now. Like if you look at these defending stats down here, 76 and 74. I can't wait to play in the next episode against Birmingham. We did recently draw against them 1-1 in real life in the reverse fixture, but nevertheless, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode, and see you soon. Bye.